Hey, cats and kittens. Welcome to Peri, Lyons, New York City Celebrity Psychic. As always, I'm so looking forward to talking to you because we just get the coolest people. And thank you all for the lovely, I guess I should call it fan mail. It's so nice. You can email me at Peri Lyons. That's P-E-R-I, like periwinkle. Lyons is L-Y-O-N-S. On Facebook or Peri Lyons at wixsite.com. And I always answer, and I'm always happy to hear from you. So let's get going. Ready? So we're going to start off, as always, with the psychic weather forecast, which is done with the tarot. I pick 3 tarot cards that sort of bring up the general kind of psychic weather for the week ahead, issues that will be coming up for anybody who's chosen to be tuning in to watch or listen. It's different than regular weather. Thank gosh, this week. And also, I just want to say our hearts here go out to everyone affected by Hurricane Dorian, and you're in our thoughts. So, okay. So non-harmful, very good psychic weather. Let's see. And this is, I never prepare this beforehand. So, this is interesting. Okay. The first one is the Ace of Swords. This means that in your life this week, there might be a beginning of a new way of looking at something or a new idea. That idea that you had about like sushi restaurants for cats that use mice instead of fish. Okay, that's not going to work. But any other idea you have would be really good. And it's an idea, it's a week for new starts. So new starts in the way you think and the way you influence people around you. Because remember, you have a lot more power than you think. Okay, woo! Okay, that was fun. Okay, this week is also a week in which you're going to be getting or giving some sort of, either somebody's going to be helping you out, so you might be getting family money. If so, please feel free to send it. That's Peri Lyons, P.O. Box, no. Or you might be doing some volunteer work or contributing something to charity. Giving to Red Cross is a really good thing this week, and it always comes back tenfold. So just keep that in mind. So there's giving to charity, or there's receiving help from someone because you deserve it. All right. Oh, I'm really enjoying that. Okay. And the next card has to do with, it's a King of Pentacles card. This is a male energy that's very supportive, very grounded. It can be fatherly, or it can be somebody in your life, a good boss. Oh, we got Teresa, Niagara Falls, Ontario, Canada, waiting. So I'll be right with you, Teresa. Hi. It could be a good boss. It could be, but it's somebody, it's a helpful male figure, often a bit older. It's also, he might be, because Pentacles represent earth signs sometimes, so he could be a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. As somebody who has a personal Taurus at home, I can highly recommend them, but all 3 are good signs. Okay, so, whoops, sorry about that. And now we're going to take Teresa. I really enjoy doing that. I'm just going to throw cards all night. Okay, hi, Teresa. How are you, my love?
Hello.
Coffee?
I am okay. I've been going through a rough phase for the last couple months, and just need to hear some good stuff. So if there's anything that you can give me to look forward to, it would be great.
Okay. Let me ask my guides and draw some cards. It feels like this is on a couple of different fronts, that you've had, some money issues, work issues, and some family issues. And it also feels to me like you're the person who everybody relies on. And maybe you don't have really somebody that you can rely on. It's like the buck stops here with you. You're the... Yeah? Okay, so first I'm going to ask you for your birthday, because I'm going to send a card. No, that's how I connect to you. So tell me your birthday.
July 8th.
Cool.
Do you need
we love
the year?
Cancers. You know what? That's okay. Yeah, I won't ask yours. You don't ask mine. Well, there is some good news coming up. this is really interesting because, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but you are surrounded by people who do kind of hand over responsibility to you and maybe aren't taking enough responsibility for their own lives. Does that ring true for you?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that. However, this card means that you're going to be taking a deep breath, standing up straight, looking in the mirror and saying, "Hello, gorgeous," which always helps. And you're going to be sort of taking control of your life a little more, because one problem is that you're so generous and you give everything you have to everybody else. But right now, it's a moment where you have to kind of put the oxygen mask on yourself, like they say in airplanes, before you put it on your kids. So you can nourish yourself first. It does feel to me like after about mid-October, oh, this is a good card, things are going to start getting better. I think one thing is that you're very proud and it's very hard for you to ask for help for people. I'm not going to say ask for help, but I am going to say just reach out to a couple of people and share what's going on with you, because you listen to everybody else, but I don't think, our close friends and our close family members, when we trust them and tell them what's going on with us, it's like giving them a gift. It doesn't make you weak, and it doesn't take anything away from you. But I think if you tell one or two people about what's going on with you, that would help. And it looks like there's some sort of help coming in a different way. The Knight of Swords card, it's a Knight in Shining Armor card. And this looks like there's one very functional person sort of, it looks like in your family setup. This might be, do you have a daughter with a husband? I mean, obviously you're not old enough, but.
No, I have 3 sons.
You have 3 sons. Okay, well, one of them, sorry about that, I'm not often wrong, but if I was God, I'd have better shoes. This looks like one of your sons is kind of the responsible one, or the more he's the one who kind of comes through eventually. It looks like he's going to come through in some way. It looks like it might be the oldest, but I might, hold on a second.
I have twins. I have twins, and then I have a younger one, and the younger one's the more responsible one.
Okay, then that's what I mean by the middle one. Sorry. Does he have a name like just a really kind of all-American short name like Mike or something, or Joe or Bob? Or
Nick.
Nick. Okay, thank you. I was hearing something like Mike, and I couldn't quite get it. So Nick is what it is. I love the name Nick. Ooh. He's going to sort of come through. I think he's either going to get a better job or get promoted at the job he is, but he's going to help you in some way. And there's also some sort of repair in your house that you need help with. He's going to help with that in the next 2 weeks. That's the repair thing that's going to come up. Might not be a big repair, but it's going to be symbolic. It's like, you know how if you paint the living room, suddenly everything else seems doable? Let me just see what the outcome card is for you. Oh, this is good. Okay. You're going to be starting a new cycle in your life. This is going to start at the end of October, and it's really going to kick in like around the holidays and then January. The Fool card means that you're taking a step up in your life. And I do get a feeling that, hold on a second, you've got a health issue that's going to get better. I think one problem is you're a little distracted by either chronic pain of some kind or chronic fatigue. It looks like that's going to get, you're going to get help for that, and that's going to get better. Is it back pain or is it fatigue?
Well, fatigue, I have fibromyalgia.
Oh,
and
okay,
I've been having lots of migraines as well.
Oh boy, I know all about that. It looks like that's going to be easing up, but it also looks like I'm trying to get a handle on your job situation.
It's funny because I'm just, it's hard to get a handle on my job situation. I'm an entrepreneur and I'm a healer, an energy worker, and like I put it together as a holistic coach. So, and I'm very unique in what I do. So,
yeah, you are. It can be sometimes intuitives and healers can be the most challenging people for me to read for. Now that you said that, that kind of frees up the energy. Here's what I'm going to say. You have a talent I don't know if you know about, but you have a huge talent for aromatherapy. You also have a huge talent for anything to do with herbs or crystals, but especially aromatherapy. If you wanted to put together a line of aromatherapy products, this is something, and make that part of your practice, I think you'll see a big upswing in your financial thing. I also would recommend that you find either a theta healer, a place to learn theta healing, because you'd be terrific at that. THETA.
I do theta.
Oh, great. So that's where
I do theta. I do a lot. I studied for over 10 years, different therapies.
Yeah. Oh, me too. That's really cool. So yeah, theta, you have a shamanistic talent, which is where I'm getting the aromatherapy.
Yeah.
I'm sure you've studied, oh God, what's the other one? My thing just fell off.
Reiki, healing touch.
Oh yeah. Reiki is, I mean, you're beyond good at Reiki. I think what you need to do is brand yourself a bit. And I think people aren't, I think because you're a little modest.
Yes, I am.
There was a great article on the site Medium about what to do if you're bad at self-promotion. And it recommended, I just read it, it recommended that I would Google the article. It's on medium.com, what to do if you're not very good at self-promotion. And it says, think of what you do as a gift that people need, which in your case is absolutely true. So true, so true. The reason I'm recommending aromatherapy is I'm sure you've done it, but it just seems like a huge talent of yours. And B, I think branding, some sort of branding, like letting people know that you have all of this experience and training.
I'm just putting a website together.
Great.
I'm putting a website together, and basically I'm doing, I do past life healing and ancestral healing.
So
I work basically with the emotional, clearing the emotion.
Yeah. Then great. Then I would brand yourself, come up with something like, I don't know, heal something, some sort of catchy name that lets people know that you're a master at what you do. Because mistress sounds mistress sounds like you wait by the phone on weekends for your clients to call. Sorry, mistress jokes, a little outdated. But I think that things are really going to pick up. As I said, they're going to start to pick up after Jupiter goes, it comes out of retrograde on October 19th. It feels to me like something in your chart is really going to pick up with that. So It also feels to me like letting people know. Also, I think there's a teenager, like I think a young girl in your vicinity who would love to sort of intern with you or help you out with stuff. And people, I think, can be hard sometimes for healers to accept help. So accept a bit of help. Let people know how terrific you are. Maybe do an event at the local library, the local healing center, the local yoga center. Get out there a bit more because there's money waiting for you. There's people who need you. And with your kids, the twins are going to work stuff out in February. I'm not going to go into what's up with them.
That's their birthday.
There you go. Well, birthdays are usually February 8th?
No, February 19th.
Oh, that's a very powerful birthday.
Yeah.
But it is the Aquarius Pisces thing, and that can be a little tricky.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Believe me, it is.
Oh, yeah, I know. But a lot of very, very, very creative leaders were born in that day. They're both very sensitive and creative. So, and this is not a culture that rewards that hugely. So yeah, have or enlist them, but get some help with putting together your social media presence. I'm one to talk. Your website and all of that stuff, because as soon as people know how good you are, I think they're just having a hard time finding you. So
yeah, I'm not really out there yet, but I have to, and yeah, I have really good testimonials, and everybody I've worked with really is grateful. It's not even a testimonial. They're really authentically grateful for the work I do because it's so unique, and they're not getting the help with their emotions. It's all about emotional healing.
I totally get it. And it can be, because I do that, I will do in one healing session, one theta session with somebody, 6 years of therapy. And I'm all for therapy. Don't get me wrong. I really, totally for therapy. But I have the same kind of results, but I'm not very good at promoting that either because it's hard to describe what you do. All you have is these people saying, wow, you changed my life. I'm like so happy and effective now. But it's like, how do I describe that? So, yeah, I think, if you want to contact me on Facebook, Peri Lyons, maybe we could, have a little brainstorming session and help each other out.
Yeah, that'd be great.
After October 19th, things are going to pick up and get a little help. And by next January, you're going to see, I really feel you're going to see improvements in your entire life. So will you stay in touch and let me know? Because, and let's get in touch. We can, I'll help you brainstorm. My fiance is one of the most successful branding people in the world. And you're so gifted. I'd like to really see the world get your gifts. Okay?
Yeah. And I didn't hear, actually, I'm having a little bit hard time hearing. I didn't know how to get in touch with you.
Oh, my name is Peri, Peri, Lyons, Lyons. So Peri like in Periwinkle, Lyons as in lions, tigers, and bears, but with a Y. And I'm on Facebook. All right, my love. I'm going to take Hazel, who's been waiting patiently, but keep in touch.
Thank you.
And you're very gifted. I'm very grateful you called. Okay? Be good.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, love. Take care. Bye-bye. Wow, how exciting. How cool. Okay. Hi, Hazel. I love that name. Love that name. How are you today? Hazel, my love, are you there? Hazel, my love, though I spend my days with contemplation. Okay. Ooh. I know a lot of people call into the show who have healing abilities. If this is a gift you feel you have or an intuitive gift, I would recommend just studying anything that comes your way. You can buy the book, Theta Healing, Theta, by Vianna Stibal, Stibal. There's a lot of, the thing to start with is every morning to tune into unconditional love. Because if you want to do this work, tuning into your own unconditional love for yourself and for others really helps. What I recommend in order to do this is just laying in bed, and if you have, a lot of people find their pets are the best way to sort of access unconditional love. So if you have a pet, maybe grab that pet, unless it's a heavy pet and will crush you to death, in which case don't. But grab the pet or think about the pet and then feel that unconditional love and send it to yourself and to everyone around you, and then to anyone like in your immediate vicinity who needs it. Another way to access unconditional love is to think about your kids or to think about anything that makes you feel that kind of expanded, loving, like just good. That's a really good way to tap into your psychic self. Another thing is to trust yourself. And when you get like a little sideways flash that you don't even know you're thinking, like peripheral vision, sort of train yourself to start taking note of that. When I was first starting out, I would have these like feelings, and I wouldn't take them seriously because they were just like little flashes, like take the keys or take an extra set of keys or one time I was in like a CVS a few years ago, about 10 years ago. And this was back when I used to dye my hair red. And I was in the CVS getting some like Clairol Caribbean red or something. And a little voice in my head said, buy some baby wipes. I'm like, what? And the voice said, buy some baby wipes. And I said out loud, like, I'm not going to buy any friggin' baby wipes. And the security guard was like, are you okay, miss? And I was on my way, I also sang, to meet with a club owner about a date. So my makeup was all great. And I walked out of the shop having not bought baby wipes. And I was standing on the sidewalk, and this young woman was talking to her mother. She had an ice cream cone, and she gestured with her ice cream cone. And the ice cream cone went bloop, and landed right here. And my makeup started dripping. And if I bought the baby wipes, I would have been able to wipe that off. However, I didn't listen to my inner voice. I had to go straight to the meet with a club owner about my gig of looking like somebody who'd just gotten a bunch of ice cream and were wearing non-ice cream proof mascara. So listen to your inner voice. If you have doubts about your inner voice, one thing I like to do is just check in with literally my gut or my tummy. I'll just go straight down and be like, okay, is this the right decision? I mean, I always ask my guides, but it took me a long time to learn to listen and identify my guides. So I'm going to say, start out with your gut. And just maybe keep a little notebook, or for most people, keep track on your phone of, for instance, what little ideas you have, and what impulses you have. And just note, like, if you have a little voice back here, start listening to it. Okay, now we have Michelle in Port Richey, Florida. Hey, Michelle, great to have you here.
My birthday?
Thanks. Mm-hmm.
Okay, 11/21/69.
Ooh, Sagittarius.
I know.
And
I know.
Very cool. And we love that. Okay, so let me see what's going on. Would you like me to address the specific problem? Because it feels like you might have some. Well, there's a little romantic thing going on here that you'd like to know about.
A little bit of romantic thing?
Yeah.
What? like a husband? That's romantic.
Would you rather talk about your job? Or have me do like an overview? Yeah. Your job?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, obviously you work in an office. It feels like you're where you sit is kind of in the middle of the office, but you report to somebody. If I'm at your desk, you report to somebody to the right. Is that right? Who has an office over here?
No, I work on a machine. I'm sorry.
You work what?
I work on a machine.
What?
A machine.
You work on a machine?
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes it's a little hard for me to get something if it's not sort of in my sphere of knowledge. Okay, hold on.
It's okay. Okay.
Are you a mechanic? You work on a machine? I've never gotten it before. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a contact machine.
I'm sorry, it's a what machine?
It's called a contact machine that puts you have to do a board, and it punches and cuts the board, and that's what I do. I work at a manufacturing.
Oh,
place.
Cool. Do you have? Okay, then it feels like, because I've got about 2 minutes, so I'm going to talk very fast. What it feels like is that you're not getting a certain amount. You feel frustrated. It feels like you're not getting a certain amount of recognition from whoever you work for. I still feel that this boss does work in that office that I was seeing, so because it was pretty clear. It feels like, if you pardon the expression, it's a middle-aged man who doesn't have much imagination, but he's very good. He's kind of small-minded. And there's also a woman who is a little difficult. People don't understand what you do. And I think there used to be more people who do what you're doing at this job, and that made it easier. But it looks like it might be down to you and maybe one other person. Is that correct?
Yes.
Good. Okay. The people who used to be in charge are not in charge anymore. The people who are now in charge, they just don't get what you do. You might have to, I think you're going to have to tell them, and you're going to have to be really proactive here, because otherwise they're going to keep ignoring you and keep dismissing you and not pay you what you're worth, because they just don't get it. It's like they really, I have no words to express how much they don't get it. So we have about 30 seconds. I'm going to talk really fast. Listen up. I would like you to get in touch with the big boss. I would like you to put together a presentation that shows what you do, how important it is to the company, how it directly affects sales of what the company manufactures, which is a lot of sales. And without you, that wouldn't happen. They don't know that. They're taking you completely for granted. So arrange possibly 2, maybe 3 meetings. And you're going to have to really almost sell yourself, but it is going to be successful. I would do it within 6 weeks, maybe do it right before the holidays so they can have time to think about it. But they need to know, and they don't. And if you can do it in a way that slightly humiliates the people who have been such jerks towards you, I'd be okay with that, but do it subtly. Got it? Mm.
Okay. So you want me to...
I want you to be proactive because, I want you to do something to bring attention to what you do. If you can organize a meeting with everyone, perhaps, and just make sure that they, don't, it's not in your nature to be mean or aggressive or confrontational, but perhaps you could do something. Maybe you could say, hey, I'd like everybody to be educated about what we do because I think they'd really enjoy it. Maybe you could do that, or you could put together a fun presentation. But the thing is, these people don't have a clue. They don't have a clue of a clue. When the clue phone rings, they don't even answer it. Okay? And so it's going to be unfortunate. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Will I ever get more than what I am getting right now? Because,
yes.
Life is...
Yes. As I said, in the next 6 weeks, it's going to be, unfortunately, you can't wait for them to notice you anymore. And I'm sorry, it's not the kind of advice I like to give. But if you do something to say, hey, we'd like to do an event that illustrates what this machine does because it's really cool. It's like magic. And this is how it contributes to everybody's productivity and to the company. And this is the money that we help you make. You're going to have to point that out because nobody's going to do it for you the way things are right now. I'm sorry. But be proactive, and then you'll get a lot of attention. I've got 15 seconds. Call me back next week or get in touch with me. But seriously, and you can find this on YouTube. Go back and watch it on YouTube starting tomorrow because it's helpful and I'm right. All right, my love. Thank you for calling. Right. I'll be back next week, Wednesdays at 9 p.m. live. Peri, Lyons, New York City, Celebrity Psychic, Moonstruck TV. You can catch us on Apple TV. And we're in many continents and we love you.